You asked for this, didn't you? What's going on, guys? It's Gabe again, and I'm back for another video. Alright, well, today I decided to just show you guys my current physical video game collection. I'm leaving for college soon, so I really won't have time to show you my whole game collection out there, so I'm doing it right now as sort of a treat for you all. Just a heads up, the quality of this video might not be the best. The setup I had to use was really jank. I had to use a selfie stick, pretty much. It was like a monopod that was just held together with friction between the chair I was sitting, the carpet, my legs, and the table that I was using. And I recorded that on my iPhone, and, well, let's just say, iPhone doesn't want you importing those photos and videos over to PC. God, I love Apple. So yeah, I'm waiting for all the videos to back up over the cloud, and they're going to be degraded quality, which is unfortunate because I recorded those videos 4K 24 frames per second, the whole works. But, I don't know, maybe in the future I can get a better setup. But, at this point I'm just complaining about stuff and making excuses. I'm just going to get the video out, and hope you guys enjoy it, so here it is. One last thing I'd like to say before I show you my work is, well, I said the setup's jank and it needs some work, but I also need some help from you because I'm kind of new to this whole video editing thing and audio thing, and I mean, I like to know skills from the best, so if you have any constructive criticism that you think could better my channel, please let me know in the comments down below. If it's like audio problems or video problems or just things I can do to improve the quality of my content, let me know. Alright, here you go. Alright guys, well, it's a cloudy day here where I am, so I think you know what that means. It's obviously time for me to show off my admittedly small video game collection. Now, I've amassed this collection over the years, and yeah, it's pretty minuscule to like the big collections that you see elsewhere, but at the same time, like, it's my collection. It's something that I've built up over time, and it's grown quite a bit in some areas recently, so I just want to show it off if that's all right with you. Is that all right with you? No? Okay. Just move that right back there. Alright, well, thank you for listening. Let's get right into it. Please forgive me for the janky setup I have right here. I have my phone set up on a monopod, which is basically like a selfie stick. And that selfie stick is currently held with friction between the floor and the chair that I'm sitting on. So there's going to be some vibrations, some out of focus shots. But anyway, let's get into the collection. I guess we'll start off with the Gamecube, which is one of my smaller collections. Not a lot here. Pretty much like most of these games are the games that I got when I got the system. I got this system in Christmas of 2013. That was the same year I got my 3DS, as a matter of fact. And it came with 4 games. It came with Smash Bros. Melee, Player's Choice version, Mario Sunshine, non-Player's Choice version, Burnout 2, and Crash Bandicoot and the Wrath of Cortex. And I've had my fun with these games. They're, you know, for the bundle that like my parents got, which is basically like they went on eBay and these 4 games were included, I think. Not a bad haul actually, considering it came with the system and the controllers and the plugs. You know, bit of a quality library. 2 of the most iconic games for the system, and like just 2 extras, I guess. Is this a good game? I don't know. It's up for you to decide. My friends don't really think so. I don't think. Burnout 2 is pretty decent too. The other 2 ones I have, you might think, what's this? This is just like a blank case. As a matter of fact, it's not even a GameCube case. It's a PS2 case with no insert for the memory card, which is odd. But this is where I keep Kirby Air Eye, because I don't have a case for that yet. I got this like in 2014 as a gift from my good friend Rayanator. He got this for me, and I don't know how much he paid for it, but if it's like modern prices, he definitely like spent like more than he needed to. So thank you, Raymond. A lot of fun with this game. Recommend it if you're getting into game collecting, but, well, we'll get into that in a second. The last one I have is kind of funny. So I was looking at my mom's closet. Well, I was looking at my mom's closet because she hides like sodas in there, and I like sodas and stuff. And I found this Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. And I was like, Mom, where'd you get this? And he's like, oh yeah, Frank gave that to me, you can have it. I'm like, okay, cool, I have an extra game in my collection. Yeah, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. I've played a little bit, and it's not bad. I don't really know if I want to go back to it, but hey, it's a bonus game in my collection. So that's my GameCube collection. It hasn't grown that much from like when I first got it, and a big reason for that is because, well, GameCube collecting at the moment is not the easiest thing to do in the world. Like, the 6th generation video game consoles, like a lot of the people who grew up playing those systems are at that age where like they want to start playing them again, so they can start collecting them again more and more, and then the prices drive up, particularly with the GameCube. Like first party titles like Mario Sunshine and Smash Bros. Melee, they can go at the low end for about $40, but a majority of them still go for about as much as a new game. Double Dash, F-Zero, GX, definitely Kirby Air Ride. They can cost like, you know, $100 or Kirby Air Ride in this case, 60 or 70 for like Melee or Double Dash. So, I don't know. I don't think I would really recommend getting into GameCube collecting if you don't want to spend like a ton of money. A lot of the third-party releases aren't that bad. Like I went to a local game store recently, and I saw Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 for the GameCube for $15. Not bad, not a bad price at all. But you can get it cheaper elsewhere. Like if you want to collect for the 6th generation of consoles and you care mostly about like multi-platform games, I recommend going with the PlayStation 2 or original Xbox. They're cheaper, particularly the original Xbox. A lot of those games are like really inexpensive right now, so I might actually want to start getting into collecting that as well. But yeah, GameCube, a little bit more expensive. Some of you may think that's worth it because, well, it's a great system. It's a GameCube. But yeah, I like the GameCube. I might want to start collecting more for it in the future, but we'll see. Alright, well that's the GameCube collection. Now I think it's time we get into the Wii collection. Quite a bit more to unpack here and dust off. Now when you look at this collection, you may be thinking, wow Gabe, you definitely bought a lot of Wii games growing up. And yeah, that's technically true, but the truth is, like, a lot of this was actually, well, when they were gifts. First of all, I got a lot of these as gifts, of course, for Christmas and birthdays and stuff. But quite a bit of these were actually my brother's. We shared the Wii back in the day, and he was, of course, pretty interested in the sports titles, particularly baseball. So we got Backyard Baseball 2009 down here. Little League World Series Baseball 2008. I don't know if this is a good game or not. I don't know what anyone else has said about it. I think it's a kind of obscure game. But I've had my fun with it, so even though it might not be the best game out there, or not even really that much of a good game, I've had my fun with it. MLB 2K9, 2K10, 2K11, yeah, back then, 2K Sports used to do baseball back in the day. They stopped, I think, at MLB 2K13, and now it's just like MLB The Show who does it, and there was also RBI Baseball for a little bit there, but they recently stopped. So, yeah. I used to do baseball back in the day. And then, of course, we have my Kirby games. I love these things. Let me just bring these out here. The Kirby games are my favorite for the system. Kirby's Return to Dreamland was like the first game that I could say that I fell in love with, you know? Even though it's just like a kind of a generic 2D platformer, I love this thing to bits, and I played it like a ton for years. I recently like busted it out like last summer just to play it again. So, good game. I'll do a retrospective on this when I get to it. Kirby's Epic Yarn. A piss easy game is what everyone likes to say, I think. But it's just really charming. And by piss easy, I mean like you literally can't die in this game. You can't die in this game, but like, come on, it's Yarn, it's Kirby, it's cute as all hell. It's just a charming game, and the disc is pretty cool too. I forgot how the disc looked for this. And then Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition. I lost the cardboard sleeve that this came in along with the art book. Some of you may not forgive me for that, but I still have the CD in here that has all the Kirby songs on there. And this is a pretty cool collection. You get Kirby's Dream Land, Dream Land 2, Kirby's Adventure for the NES, Kirby 64, Kirby Superstar, and Dreamland 3. Not a bad collection. So, and they're all made to be played with like the Wii remote outside. Like they programmed it like that. So, not a bad game collection, I might say. Yeah. When I saw this at like GameStop, like in the cardboard sleeve and everything, with like all the Kirby's, like I knew like I had to get it. I think that was like 2013 or something. Yeah, I think summer of 2013. This came out in like 2012, like towards the end of the Wii's life. But yeah, I just had to get this. And then I have like a lot of the other popular games for the Wii, Smash Brothers Brawl, I have a lot of the more popular games for the Wii, Smash Brothers Brawl, Mario Galaxy, Twilight Princess, Lego Batman. I also had that for the system. That was also another pickup by my brother, I think. Yeah. You might be thinking, what's this blank case right here? This just holds my copy of Wii Sports. Because, of course, when you got the system, it came in like a little sleeve. So I don't know why I had this blank case lying around. I think this is from a copy of Madden 08 that my brother had. But now it's gone. I don't know what happened to it. So I said, alright, I'll just use this for Wii Sports. And I've been wanting to print off like artwork here, but I can't really figure out how to get it there. Because like when I try to print it, it prints it like really small. So I'll try to put artwork on here in the future. But yeah, that's like the gist of it. Of course, Mario Sluggers, another pickup by my brother. He was big into baseball. MLB Power Pros, kind of like a port of like a Japanese sports game, I think. It's made by Konami, and like, I think the series is pretty popular in Japan. Maybe I'll do a retrospective on this and like an overview. But yeah, that's basically it. Mario and Sonic, SpongeBob Atlantis SquarePantis. Some of the licensed SpongeBob games, they can be pretty decent. This one's kind of garbage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're wondering about recent pickups from local game stores, I got the collector's, or the Nintendo Selects version of Twilight Princess because it was like $15 at a game shop in South Bend, Indiana. I would have liked to have either gotten like the Gamecube version or even like the remaster for the Wii U, because those are like more traditional, they're not motion controls, and they're not mirrored like this game is, but those are expensive. Like, I talked earlier about how GameCube collecting is expensive. The Twilight Princess GameCube version goes for like over $100. I got this for $15, and the Wii U version is like $80 to $90. So, I mean, this is the cheapest way I could play Twilight Princess. And, you know, might not be the best way to play it, but it's the cheapest way to play it, so I got that. And then, well, I, of course, had to get Fling Smash, because, I mean, everyone's got to get Fling Smash. No, like, this is like a cool oddity from, like, the Wii days, I guess. I hear Scott the Wild talk about this game like all the time, like it's the best game ever, and it's a fun game. It's made to like show off like the Wii Remote Plus technology it requires, actually. One thing I can say about this game, this copy in particular, is that this was owned by a smoker. Let me smell it for a little bit. Ugh, yeah. A smoker owned this. I mean, every Fling Smash owner is a smoker, I guess. Yeah. Cool game, odd game, fun game. So yeah, that's my Wii collection. Plenty of good ones in there, though some garbage thrown in there too. And not really enough that I can really call my own. Like, a lot of those are like, they were gifts for my brother, or my brother bought them, so not really enough that I could call my own. But that is a great reason to head into my Wii U collection. this is something I can get behind. This is a collection that's really grown the most over like the past half year or so. When I came home for spring break back in March, I of course didn't bring my gaming computer with me, and well, I didn't really have a lot to play on the Switch. I was playing through Hades, which is a good game, but I'm getting off track here. Long story short, I booted up my Wii U and just started getting flooded with like the memories that I had with it, and I thought, why did I stop playing it? Like, I want to start like doing more with it, I guess. So over like the course of like the next few months, I spent way too much money on games that I just never had for it. So this grew by like 10 games like the past, which is like the, probably more than that, which is like the greatest in terms of like quantity. Yeah, so I guess let's get started into like my favorites from this collection. All right, let me just show you what I have. 007 Legends down here. My brother had that for the Xbox 360 and I wanted to play it on my own. It's not a great game, but it's a first-person shooter. It could be worse, I guess. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Funny story about this. We'll get to that in a second. I did not get this at launch. I got this Christmas 2014. What did I get when I first got it? Well, I got Smash Brothers. I got Nintendo Land down here. And I also got Mario Kart 8, which I don't have anymore. Yeah, those are the 3 games I got. Mario Kart 8 and Nintendo Land actually came in like a bundle. That included both physical games, which was really cool. That was like my best unboxing experience for any video game system, because I got 2 games and a system in one box. Like, that was incredible. I wish Nintendo still did like packets like that with physical games, because like that just makes the experience that much cooler. The 4th game I got was Captain Toad. I bought this game at full price, which was $40. Yeah, I kind of regret this because it's just not really my thing, but it's an alright game, I guess. And then I started getting things like Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, Batman Arkham City, Injustice. Kind of like weird pickups, but I was always interested in like the third-party Wii U releases and how few there were, and basically how they stacked up with the competition. As far as physical releases that I picked up in the past half year or so, I counted. I got 12. Yeah, I spent way too much money on this thing, but let's just go in alphabetical order right here. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Bit of a bad place to start off because this game doesn't work. I got this at a local game store. Kind of like went a little crazy, teared off the sticker, threw away the receipt, put the disc into my system, but as you can see, it's scratched right there, and it's also scratched somewhere on the back. Can't really tell with this lighting. Hey, there I am. Hello, everyone. Oh yeah, it's scratched right there. Yeah, this game doesn't work. I tried to return it with no luck, so I'm pretty much stuck with it now, but yeah, it's whatever. I wasn't really dying to play this game. At worst case scenario, I just have like another prop I can use in my videos, but hey, maybe there's some way I can fix this. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below if there's a way to fix this. And this is only $14, so it wasn't really that big of a deal anyway. Okay, the first game I actually got in this past half year for the Wii U was Black Ops 2. I never owned a copy of Black Ops 2 for any system, so I figured this would be a good way to play it. It's alright. The Wii U port looks better than the PS3 port. It just doesn't run nearly as well. Like, it rarely hits 60 frames per second, but it looks graphically about as good as the 360 version. The PS3 just kind of looks blurry. No DLC for this, I don't think, or at least not as much as you get elsewhere. So, this might not be the best way to play Black Ops 2. I think the best way to play Black Ops 2 is either on PC or, if you have an Xbox One or Xbox Series X, it's backwards compatible. But yeah, I just wanted this. Never leave the house without it. Anyway. The next one that I got was actually a bit of an oddity. Darksiders War Master Edition. Now, this title is a little bit misleading, because it says War Master Edition, and on the back it says, now with hellish HD resolution and 60 frames per second. That is a friggin' lie. I'm pretty sure they just reused this because this game was also released. The War Master Edition was released for the PS4 and Xbox One because the original Darksiders came out for PS3 and 360. But the Wii U didn't have Darksiders. It had Darksiders 2 at launch. So this is pretty much just a port of the original Darksiders from 360 and PS3, I think, because it most certainly doesn't run at 60 frames per second. It can barely hold up at 30. But it's a decent game, I think. I should definitely play this one more. It's kind of fun. What's next? Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I got this for $11.99 apparently. And pretty good value. I hear a lot of good things about this game. Honestly, I've never really played any of the Donkey Kong Country games. So it's kind of hard for me to appreciate this, I think. But fun 2D platformer nonetheless. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh my goodness. This setup is so jank. I tried to use that tripod in the background right there, but for some reason I'm missing the mount. I don't know where it is. So I'm just using this monopod right here. Yeah. Gianna Sisters, Twisted Dreams, Director's Cut, next game I have right here. I thought this would be like a rare physical game that I could get, but no, I got this for like $15 at a game store, and it's on eBay for like $20. So, still a cute oddity, I guess. Hyrule Warriors. I did not get this when it first came out. I saw it at a GameStop this past March, actually, in Indiana, and I thought, oh man, I have to get this, because when else am I going to see Wii U games at a GameStop? So, I got this, and it's kind of fun. Mass Effect 3. People have their thoughts about this game, and I am not really familiar with what people think. Apparently, like, not a ton of people like this, but I got this on eBay for like $15. So it was really inexpensive, so I thought, a third-party Wii U game that was available at launch might not be that bad. And it's just kind of a good pickup for me, I think, because the Wii U version of Mass Effect 3 is actually like the definitive edition. Like, it runs better than 360 and PS3, which I find kind of funny. Yeah. What are your thoughts about this game? Let me know in the comments. What else we got here? Oh yeah, Mario 3D World. Didn't own that at launch. Big surprise. Well, actually kind of a surprise. It seems like every Wii U owner owns this game. That's another thing I forgot to mention. With the Wii, I did not own New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I mean, I don't know, my parents never thought it would be a good gift for me, I guess. Or I never said that, like, I really wanted it. So, God, the camera sucks. But, yeah. I got Mario 3D World because I hear it was pretty good. And, it is. It is. It's just not what the Wii U needed at the time. It looked like a big, bombastic 3D Mario game, but I didn't get that. So, oh well. I'm actually going out of order here. Yeah, Mario 3D World. Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge. Probably the best condition I have a Wii U box, and it just looks so pristine. I also got this on eBay for like $14, which is actually kind of a steal. This game is pretty fun. And, yeah, fun game, available at launch. Didn't really get another Ninja Gaiden game on Wii U. If you're looking for like a good quality Wii U game at an affordable price, this is one to take a look at. I didn't own Splatoon at launch, or I didn't own Splatoon like when it came out. Now I do. I also found it at the GameStop where I found Hyrule Warriors, and a fun game. I'm waiting for Splatoon 3 to come out for the Switch. I don't think I'm going to jump in on Splatoon 2. But, yeah, good game. Pikmin 3, a good game. I don't know if it's really my thing, but it's charming. And well, I also got this at a local game store. Nintendo Selects. Kind of wish it wasn't that, but the logo on the spine isn't that intrusive, so it's whatever. Yeah, good game. Not much more than that to me, anyway. I may have just offended some people there, so I'm sorry if I offended you there. Last one I have is Rodea the Sky Soldier. I got this on eBay for $40. I'm an idiot. This game, it's kind of interesting. It's made by Uh, Yuji Naka, who was the original mind behind Sonic the Hedgehog. And this game like got delays over time. It was apparently finished in 2011 for like the Wii. In fact, this game actually comes with the Wii disc as well. It even has reversible cover art. But the Wii U version, I don't know. The graphics are terrible. It's kind of annoying. The controls aren't the best. I might have made a mistake paying $40 for this. But a decent pickup nonetheless, I think. I also forgot, I also recently picked up Breath of the Wild for the Wii U. I got this game for Christmas for the Switch. Sorry. Lego City Undercover. What's this guy's name? Chase McCain. Good guy, Chase McCain. Play this game. It's available for Switch and other platforms now. It was an exclusive to the Wii U pretty much at launch. So kind of showed how Wii U exclusives there for a while. Yeah, I got Breath of the Wild for the Switch at first for Christmas, but then I traded it in at GameStop because I bought the Wii U version for $40 on eBay as well. Now you might be thinking, why the heck would you buy Breath of the Wild again for the platform it runs worse on? And the reason why is because when I got hit with that wave of Wii U nostalgia when I came home for spring break, about a month later, I got this photo that showed up in like my memories in Google Photos. And it was like my mom at GameStop holding a copy of Breath of the Wild. And I remember the conversation I had with her over text, like, hey, this game came out, the employees say it's good, do you want it? And I'm like, I said, no, it's available for the Switch. I'll just get it on Switch when I get a Switch. And I did not get a Switch for like almost 5 years. Yeah. So I wanted to play this game like I should have like 5 years ago. And I did. And I don't really regret it. As a matter of fact, I've gotten much deeper into like the extras of this game than I ever did with the Switch. With the Switch, I was just like worried about like beating the game, I guess. I didn't even get the Master Sword. In this, I got the Master Sword. Still have yet to beat Ganon though. But yeah, terrific game. This is definitely like the capstone for the Wii U since it kind of like was the last big game released for it. Even though Darksiders released for this after, which is just weird. Like Darksiders came out in 2017 when the Switch was out for the Wii U. Didn't come out for the Switch until 2019. What the hell? Just didn't make sense. And one final thing I say, I know I'm spending a little too much time on the Wii U because, like, well, it's one I have the most affection for, I guess, or connection to. Transformers Rise of the Dark Spark. This was also a gift by my good friend Raynator. He got it from me like 2014, I think. No, 2015. I think it was 2015. He got me this for the Wii U, and I was like, dude, this is like one of the worst games of like 2013. But I still took it. I thanked him for it, and I'm thanking him again. Raynator, thank you for this game. This game, I didn't think it was that bad. I just got stuck in a particular area and just didn't really want to like spend the time going like back to it. And no online play too. I don't know if there was online play on like other platforms. Also doesn't run the best, but if you want a Transformers game, I think you can do worse. I should say I'm just not really that into Transformers. To any Dan viewers out there, I'm sorry. So yeah, in the past half year, my Wii U collection has effectively doubled. I went from like 13 games and I now own 25. So it's a pretty good haul. And I'd say that if you're wanting to like collect for the Wii U, I'd say now is the time. Because as I record this video, the Wii U eShop is in its final stages. It's already past the point where you can't add funds with a credit card on a Wii U system as well as a 3DS. And by the end of this month, as I record this, it's still August, by the end of this month, you won't be able to add any funds, not with a gift card or a credit card on a Wii U system. You can still add funds to that if you have a Switch, and you can transfer your funds over to the Wii U or 3DS as well, so you can buy eShop games. And there's some pretty good ones on there, like Devil's Third is a really rare physical game. and on eBay right now it's like what, $300. I got in the eShop for 30 bones, and that's just kind of a steal. I know it's still not technically owning the game, but it just made more sense for me, I guess. So yeah, if you want to buy a Wii U, now's the time, and it's not that bad of a system to collect for. You know, some of these games like Injustice, Amazing Spider-Man 2, like a lot of the like old third-party games aren't that expensive. A lot of them you can find for under like $20. Even some of the like the big first-party games aren't too much. They go for like $30. Like I know like Zelda, it goes for about 40 or something, and something like Xenoblade Chronicles X still goes for about as much as a new game, and Twilight Princess. Okay, some of the things might be expensive, but if you want like third-party ports, some of them aren't too expensive, like Injustice. Like, this is like under $10 on eBay, I think. So, you can do far worse, I think. And of course, if you want to collect a lot of Wii games, well, the Wii U is the perfect place to experience them. You know, play them over HDMI. And one thing you can also like think about doing, I guess, is hacking your Wii, homebrewing it so you can like make it your own, run emulators on it, put ROMs for Wii U, Wii, even Gamecube, I think, because the Wii can technically run Gamecube games, I think. Yeah. I haven't done that yet because, well, it's my Wii U. I don't really want to like break it. I don't think I'm going to break it, but I kind of like keeping it pure as is, but that might change in the future. And if I want to hack my Wii U, I know my friend Skinny Luigi can help me out with that. So that was my Wii U collection. I spent a lot of time talking about that more so than like other systems because, well, I have much of a deeper connection with it than like other systems. So let's talk about something I definitely don't have a good connection with. My Xbox One collection. Okay, I don't have a bad connection with this system, but I don't know, it's just not as exciting to talk about this system in comparison with like the Wii or something. Because, I mean, well, it's the Xbox One. Like, the only people who had these were people who didn't want a PS4 because they wanted it to be different. I was one of those people. The Xbox One was my first foray into modern third-party multi-platform AAA gaming. Black Ops 3 was my first Call of Duty game, and I experienced it on the Xbox One. I could have bought a PS4, but I wanted it to be different. I didn't want to be like everyone else. Also, I think some of my friends had an Xbox, like Dan had an Xbox, and I kind of wanted to play with him. I almost never play with him. I don't know, like, no disrespect to, like, anyone who plays, like, multiplayer games. I'm much more of a single-player guy, so with, like, Call of Duty, I'm much more focused on, like, campaign, and sometimes do online multiplayer as well. I'm just not much of a Battle Royale guy, I guess. So, there's some good stuff in here, of course. Say what you will about these Call of Duty games, I enjoyed them. Like, particularly Ghosts. I think the online multiplayer in Ghosts is actually, like, some of the best in the series. I may have just triggered people by saying that, but it's just my opinion based on the Call of Duties that I've played. I should note that I have not played Modern Warfare, so I may have just made myself look silly for saying that, but let's move on. Doom, good game. GTA, good game. A lot of these are just like, you know, simple, good games. Of course, you might be thinking, really? Tempest 4000? I got this at GameStop for $10, and I thought, you know, it's a cheap game. You know, I might have my fun with this. And it's literally just Tempest 4000. It's like Tempest 2000 for the Atari Jaguar, just like HD. You could do far worse, I think. But, yeah, just don't spend too much for this. But of course, we can't talk about my Xbox collection without talking about the Watch Dogs games. So I've long been an apologist for the Watch Dogs series, and really it's kind of like a connection that I have with it. This is like my first M-rated game that I owned. Although I didn't own the Xbox One version at first, I owned the Wii U version. I kind of regret trading that one in for the Xbox One version. But anyway, I'm going to do a retrospective on this game soon. I have a lot of memories with this, including that Noob's Guide to Watch Dogs, Requiem Scott and Pache video, was recorded on my Xbox with this game. I said in my my recent video that I was saying I'm back that I made that video back in 2015. I didn't. I didn't even have an Xbox One in that year. I made that video back in 2017. Kind of feels so long ago. But yeah, Watch Dogs. And then Watch Dogs 2. I had high hopes for this one. It ended up being just a little too different from the first one, in my opinion. I like the first one because it had like its own style. This just feels kind of more like a Saints Row or GTA game. And some people might like that, but I'll save that for a different video. And then Watch Dogs Legion. Trying to get into this because it's kind of a mixed bag, but we'll see how I think about it. As far as recent pickups for the system go, Watch Dogs Legion being one of them, I also picked up Sonic Colors Ultimate because my friends love Sonic Colors, particularly Slipknot Boom loves Sonic, and I think Sonic Colors is one of his more favorite games in the series. And Sonic Colors Ultimate, I just wanted this for the Xbox One because the Xbox One port is kind of stupid. It was a Wii game, and this just looked kind of weird, but, you know, it's still Sonic Colors. And I never played Sonic Colors back in the day, so this is kind of like my first foray into it. It might not be the best way to play, but, you know, Sonic Colors Ultimate on Xbox One, might as well say, oh, I'm different, guys. But anyway. The other recent pickup I had was Risk of Rain 2, which also includes Risk of Rain 1. Why did I buy this? Because I was at Five Below, and this is $5. And they had like 10 of these things. I'm actually kind of disappointed by what I was able to find at Five Below, because there's an episode of Scott the Woz that talks about dollar store gaming. And he talks about like how he was able to like find, oh, these complete inbox games at Five Below, like copies of Skylanders or Sing Party or like Nintendo games, or even games like Darksiders 2 that you can find at the dollar store. Well, at the Five Below that I frequent, they just have like 30 copies of Battlefield 1 for Xbox One. And I'm not getting that, come on. Recently I've been picking up a lot more games digitally on the Xbox One because there was like this recent sale that was going on, so I bought some games for cheap, like Dishonored and the Halo Master Chief Collection. But yeah, if you want to collect for the Xbox One, I don't recommend going for the original Xbox One. Like, if you can, get an Xbox Series X. If you merely collect digital games, the Series S is a pretty good option. And if you want to save a little bit more money and still have physical games, go with the One X or the One S, because the one I have is the fat Xbox One, and it's terrible. Terrifying. It's garbage. Don't get this one. Remember how I said the Xbox One was the collection I didn't have that much of a connection to? Yeah, I lied. It's these ones. Yeah, I've had a DSi starting in 2011, and I've had my 3DS since 2013. And this is all I have for them. Yeah. So let's get into what I do have for this. Let's start with the DS. Poptropica Adventures, no. Nicktoons MLB, no. Namco Museum DOS, passable. Kirby Mass Attack. Actually, my first Kirby game and the first game I had for the DS. Bit of a rare gem nowadays, I think. This is going to be a little bit expensive, and it is on the Wii U eShop for like $10. So again, Wii U eShop. Get this while it's cheap. But yeah, this is the first one I got, and I remember seeing a commercial for this back in 2011, and I thought it was so cool. And it's kind of interesting. This was released when the 3DS was out, but they released it for the DS. And really fun game. Kind of weird if you're playing this as your first Kirby game, but I liked it. And this prompted me to play Kirby's Return to Dreamland and get into the series that much more. Now, what's this mysterious black box? This is just a box where the games don't have cases for. I got some of these loose. And I have two of them right here. I have Kirby Squeak Squad. That's a game. And Kirby Superstar Ultra. Another game. Yeah, I own pretty much 3 of the 4 Kirby games released for the DS. The only one I don't have is Canvas Curse. And but I do have that on the Wii U, so I guess I have every Kirby DS game. I just bought those 2 loose because it was pretty late in the DS's life when I got them. But yeah, those are my DS games. I actually did have fun with Nicktoons MLB, but the only thing I remember about Pop Tropica Adventures was the terrible platforming. I just don't have much of a connection with this. And then for the 3DS, you know, it's better, I guess. But we'll see. Okay, Fire Emblem Awakening, my first Fire Emblem game. Thought I would get into it. Kinda did for a while, but just kind of ended up dropping it because turn-based RPGs aren't always my thing. Kirby Triple Deluxe, loved this game, but do not have Planet Robobot. That's one game I should also get for this system. Might be the only other game I get for the system. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Eh. Paper Mario Sticker Star. Ew. Pokemon X. Spent hundreds of hours into this. My first Pokemon game, and I kind of liked it. Not enough for me to go play like the DS Pokemon games, and I ended up getting stuck at Victory Road. And I didn't feel like grinding a bunch, so I just kind of stopped playing this one. And then, of course, this guy. We all know what this is. And I think there's one other game I have here. I think it should be in the Kirby Triple Deluxe case. No? Where is it? Oh, it should be in here? No. By gum, where is it? Oh, I think I know where it is. Okay, so this is the new 3DS that I got recently. I got it refurbed at GameStop. Kind of a bad decision because the speakers are blown out a little bit. This thumbstick feels a little bit loose, and well, I prefer the larger screens of the XL, but this design just looks really good. And the game I have in here, Steel Diver. I don't have a case for this. I bought this one loose. Yeah. I don't have the biggest connection with this. I've barely played this. The main 3DS that I played is my red 3DS XL that I got in 2013, and I transferred the stuff onto this thing. So, I don't know, maybe one day I'll mod a 3DS, that way I can play basically whatever I want on this. But that's a video for a different day. Yeah. 3DS collection, don't have the biggest connection with it, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I much more have a connection with like the home consoles than portables. I don't know, a lot of the games for the 3DS today just don't really look that great to me. But enough about me bad-mouthing the DS and the 3DS. Let's get to the most modern console that I currently own, the Switch. And I got this thing for Christmas in 2021, and I love it so far. I got the OLED model. Kind of was hoping there would be a Switch Pro, but it might not happen for a little while. But the OLED has such a beautiful screen. But anyway, Big Brain Academy, Catherine Fullbody, Kirby Star Allies. Kind of have a lot to say about this game. Kind of a letdown, but maybe I'll do a retrospective on this in the future. LEGO DC Super Villain, sure, why not? Life is Strange, True Colors. I like this game, actually. MLB The Show 22. Okay, that just looks kind of gross. Yeah, MLB The Show 22 is the first one to release on not just the Switch, but any Nintendo platform. And, I mean, they did it all right, but it just doesn't run or look as good as, well, any of the other versions, of course. Yeah, it just kind of runs not great. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Okay, Persona 5 Strikers, sure. Saints Row the Third, the full package, which is not the remastered version. Pretty sure this is just a port of the original 360 and PS3 version with all the DLC. Honestly, not a bad deal. Sonic Mania plus Team Sonic Racing. One amazing game and one passable game in one. Sure, why not? And then Smash Ultimate, of course. Much like the Xbox One, the Switch is a system that I have more digital games for than I thought I would. considering like the storage limitations and stuff. So maybe one day I'll show off my digital collection, but I don't really think that's like important. Just some of the games that I have on there that I really like are Hades, excellent game. The Shantae games like Half Genie Hero, I really like Half Genie Hero. I'm getting to finishing Shantae and the Seven Sirens soon, so maybe I'll make a video about my thoughts about that game, I don't know. But yeah, there's only one final piece to the puzzle here, and that is my incredibly tiny and pathetic N64 collection. I have 4 games here. One of them is in the system. Blast Core, Dark Rift, Perfect Dark. Yeah, none of these really like stick out to me really. Blast Core might be the best game in this collection, I think. Dark Rift, I found at a local game store. And I thought, wow, I've never heard of this game. This might be a cool oddity I can have for the N64. Played it for a bit, and it is kind of trash, at least from what I've seen. It's like an early 3D fighting game that has just bad controls. I don't know. If someone knows more about this game, please enlighten me. Maybe I'm just too dumb to like understand its purpose. I don't know. And then Perfect Dark. I said Blast Core might be like the best game on here. This is probably better, but there's honestly better ways to play this game. I'd say if you want to play Perfect Dark, don't get this version. Get the remastered edition for the Xbox 360. It runs much better, it looks much better, controls better. It's also available for Xbox One as well, backwards compatibility. But yeah, not bad. And the other game I have, which is currently in my system, and well, I'm currently like trapped in the corner of my room because of this big table. I don't really want to get it. It's Triple Play 2000. It's a baseball game that I got at a local game store for like $2. So it's like, why not throw another one in there? I got that with Dark Rift. I thought that would carry the package, but it didn't. And that is my full game collection, pretty much. There are some other things that I excluded, like, technically I have an Xbox 360 collection, but those are all my brother's games. And I just asked him recently out of the blue, like, hey, can I have your 360? And he's like, sure, if it works. And it does work, but none of the controllers work, so I need to find more controllers for that before I start collecting for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I spent a lot more time talking about the Wii U than like any other system, which I kind of feel bad about, but it's the system I have the most connection to. So that's kind of my reasoning there. If you want to collect for any of these systems, I recommend like the Gamecube is a little more on the expensive side. The Wii, a lot of those games are dirt cheap, but some of them might not be that good. And some of the like better games like Punch-Out or Rhythm Heaven Fever, they still can be pretty expensive. But a lot of the other ones that you want, they're not too bad. Wii U, kind of the same story, although there are some really rare gems on there too. Xbox One, why? Why would you collect for the Xbox One? No. If you want to collect for the Xbox One, you can find some dirt cheap games pretty much anywhere, I think. And if you have like a Series X, like obviously collect for the Xbox One because those games are cheaper and don't require the fast storage. DS and 3DS, some really rare gems on there, particularly for the 3DS. And when I said about the Wii U eShop closing down, well, it's the same story for the 3DS as well. So if you want to find some rare gems on there, you get them before they're gone. Or homebrew 3DS, that's apparently really easy too. Switch, you know, compared to like other platforms, it's more expensive because of the proprietary cartridges and stuff. So yeah, be a little bit more selective with the games. Like, shop around, see if you can find some pretty good prices. And the Nintendo 64 actually surprised me. I thought it would be pretty expensive, but it's not really. Like, even like the games that most people want to play on them, like Mario 64, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Zelda, games like that, they're all like around or under $30, which isn't too bad. So I'd say that's like, it's better to collect for the N64 than the GameCube, at least right now. That might change in the future. I think in the future, like, the 7th generation of consoles might become like more expensive, like particularly like, maybe not the Wii, but like the PS3, those games might they might be a little bit more expensive in the future. Yeah. As far as consoles that I would like to start collecting for that I don't already, the original Xbox. I want to collect for that because I have a 360 that can play a good chunk of original Xbox games, and there's some ones I might have missed out on that generation, like Panzer Dragoon Orta, a good Xbox exclusive, and just other games I want to collect for it. Also, it's better than the PS2, guys. Please, I swear. Okay, I'm just being a little bit silly now. But I think that's all I have to show you. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out the other channels that I have linked in the description. Bye, everyone. As for what I'm going to name this channel, that's going to be seen very soon. I don't know what to say here.